Today we are in our hard cider test row. So we kind of have like 2 half rows at our Solon orchard that we're experimenting with hard cider varieties. The one I'm standing in front of right now is an apple called Kingston Black. It originates out of Somerset, England. A lot of these hard cider apples, their origins will kind of be unknown because somebody found it hundreds of years ago and they've been growing it ever since. And that's kind of the story with Kingston Black here. But it makes a very good hard cider, and by the 50s, it was one of the most widely planted hard cider varieties in England. Now that has waned a little bit. This apple, for us, hard ciders can be a little challenging, apples can be a little challenging to grow. This one seems to do well disease-wise, haven't had much problems, seems to handle our heat, haven't had a lot of problems. But the big thing with this for us is it is... But kind of the major problem with this one that we've found so far is biennial bearing. It will produce a bunch one year and then just be completely empty the next. So that's just economically, that can be a little challenging if 50% of the time you're not getting any money off that specific area you've donated to these apples. But if the juice is good enough, like I said, this is in our test right now. When it is on, it's on, so that we do get a lot of apples. If the juice is good, we might consider expanding this out into our orchard, into a bigger planting. And to kind of say why we might want to plant more of this is our head cider maker, Greg.
So yeah, Kingston Black here, a bittersharp. And for me, what that means is it can live on its own in a single varietal cider. Unlike Dabinett and Yarlington Mill, this has a lot of acid that'll bring to the party that will make a nice round beverage at the end of the fermentation. Again, in our test row here, I've only been with the company for, this is my 3rd harvest, so one of those harvests we just basically had none of this. So I'm really excited to see what we can do off this test orchard here today, or sorry, this year. Yeah, see if we can't make something fun happen and plant some more Kingston Black. Cheers, buddy.
Oh, that's gonna be boozy. Lots of sugar.
Yeah, lots of sugar, and just a high pitch of acidity there in the mid palate. And then it is, again, it's a bitter sharp. And when we classify apples in the cider world, so there is that tannin on the back end. So it's gonna bring a lot of complexity, really guide you through the sip, where on the other apples, we're having to blend a bunch of apples to make, or other ciders, excuse me, we're gonna have to blend a bunch of apples to get the same result in this one here, apple. Great. Did I just muddle through that?
No, I think it comes off natural, so I think
cool.
It's better than...
This is a good apple. Have you had it yet?